And we're still falling. Very slowly. And I can't time warp any faster. I have no control. I can't do anything? Which is unfortunate. I should have not warped. I should have, when it was in orbit, in space, I should have just returned to the Space Center and let it crash in on its own. We could be here for a while. uh, it's really just an unfortunate situation we've got going on here. Uh, Nobody knows the trouble that this thing has seen. uh, this is so painstakingly slow. It's so atrocious. Is there no like self-destruct? Just stop tracking this ship. There is nothing that can be done. We have over 90 science now, so we can unlock a new thing. If we can ever get back there. One day. One day we will get there. I wonder if we can put a mapping satellite into orbit, and get some science from that. I know to do that the right way, you need to get it in a polar orbit. Um, but a polar orbit takes a fair bit of delta V, and we don't have a ton of battery power or solar power at the moment. So it's going to spend a lot of its time, um, well, like 50% of its time, not in like direct sunlight. I can actually see the ground now. This thing just takes forever. Painstaking and forever taking. What a way to open up an episode with on YouTube. Just slowly falling to the ground. Very slowly falling to the ground. It's just the worst. Just the worst. Had I been flying a ship with more control, we could have made it so that we, instead of coming straight down, we had more of a gradual re-entry, and we would have just stayed in the upper atmosphere longer and just completely disintegrated. But we were not flying a ship with that kind of control. We still have 5,000 meters to go. Woo. Woo. If I was still editing videos, I would totally fast forward through this, but I'm not editing videos anymore. So we just have to watch this thing slowly fall to the ground while I sit here and ramble. It's just the worst. Just the worst. On a side non-video gaming rambling note, I recently bought a wood lathe. I haven't done anything with it yet, but I'm hoping to make maybe pens or something. I'll try some other stuff too, but I think I'm going to start with pens. See how that goes. Add it to my woodworking catalog of things. I'd love for it to get warm out again so I can actually make some stuff. I'm actually, I think I'm running low on wood, but we'll see. I have to wait and see what I've got left out there in the freezing cold garage. 3,000 meters to go. It's so long and forever taking. If you're watching the stream, Bob, you may be on later tonight, and we may or may not be doing Factorio. We'll see what happens when he's around. Or if he's around. Still not hitting the ground, huh? 2,000 meters-ish. I don't even have the game open right now. Like, it's open, I'm just alt-tabbed off of it. Trying to look something up. Okay, it sounds like the official word on the center core is it wasn't able to relight all three engines. The center engine lit. The side two engines didn't light, so it crashed into the drone ship. But it looks like, from what I'm reading here, is that they actually didn't have plans to reuse any of the boosters, anyways, because they have a new, I guess they have a new booster design for the next go around. $500. We're finally almost down. This is absurd. Absurd. I can't believe I have to watch this thing just fall to the ground. Like, what the hell? And it's just like a wafting. It's not even gonna hit the ground very. It didn't even hit the ground hard enough to explode. Like, what? What? What did they make this part out of? A feather? That's absurd. Entirely absurd. That was 11 minutes or longer of this thing just falling to the ground. Ugh. Let's unlock some things. We really need like this one and this one. But I guess we're gonna go with this one. Why did I do that? Let's get rid of this. I hate this. I hate you already thing. We've got some carbonite engines. Ew. Okay, and then we should have some probably carbonite fuel tanks. Okay. I know nothing about the carbonite fuel system, so I guess we'll figure that out then. I want to... We're going to go ahead and we're going to upgrade this. Let's see if we can accomplish this one. Okay, so we gotta get some Kerbals into orbit. I'm just looking around in here to see what we have. Mostly just looking for anything that can hold more Kerbals. You don't Kerbals? Neither do you. Okay, so that gives one slot. It's probably not a good way to go. And that's really big. And so is that. And they probably don't hold people. Okay. So I guess we're just gonna do this. And okay, we gotta get this to orbit and back. Let's go ahead and we'll grab a heat shield. And let's also grab this parachute and two of these. Okay. And then we need a decoupler. Let's take a look at our carbonite fuel tanks. And see what they can... You're too big. You're too small. You're still pretty big. 421... 200. Okay, so there's a lot more thrust there. I don't know whether these things are like... let's get our mech jeb unit up here. So we can see what we're working with. Okay, you just, you do not know how to read that information, do you? KFL liquid fuel, do you just not work with that? Do you work with this kind of fuel? Is that what's happening here? What is a carbonite tank for then? What are you for? Originally made from fuel tanks that failed inspection. These tanks represent the latest in carbonite storage technology with only 25%. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. I don't know what that means. Okay, so, this is 1700 delta V. And, like a really, really high thrust to weight ratio. Wow. Like a super high thrust to weight ratio. That almost feels broken. Let's grab a another decoupler here. Let's put this here, and we'll come over here. you just not, Oh, I see. I see what we're doing wrong here. Okay, so let's kill this. Thrust. Very small. Okay. Interesting. So I kind of want to see some things now. Let's kill this. Let's put this on. Let's just kill this. And let's get 2 of these. And fill these with carbonite. And then we'll put this guy on. It's less parts. It's not enough delta V though. Okay, so I think we're better off. I think we're better off with 3 of these. And this guy. Yeah, that's a lot of delta V. So let's grab one of these and one of these. And neither of those. We want this one? Yeah, that's high enough. So this should, in theory, be enough. We should probably dial back this thrust limiter though. And then I think we should probably put some aerodynamic control on here. Okay, let's give it a shot, I think. We gotta achieve orbit and then come back. Ah, we're falling over. Ah, revert flight to vehicle assembly. Falling over immediately. Launch. Let's keep some fairly low speed here, I think. For the first part of the flight. We'll start turning over once we get a little bit higher here. Once we get out of this lower atmosphere. Whatever this part of the atmosphere is called. Boy, it sure feels like we're running out of delta V. How's our thrust to weight? Not good. Not good at all. We might have enough. I don't remember what kind of what orbital velocity is here. I'm gonna guess we don't have enough. We definitely do not have enough. All right, revert to vehicle assembly. Okay, I think I see the problem. This thing is super efficient in a vacuum. Not so efficient in atmosphere. At least that's what it looks like. 295 ASL, 315 in a vacuum. This one is 140. I don't actually know what that means. 250. Okay, so yeah, I think I was looking at the wrong numbers. So we only have 1900 in atmosphere here. We have tons of thrust though. So let's pull this off. And stick maybe like 3 more of these buggers on there. Still have tons of thrust, 2700. This is probably more doable. We're still a little tight on where is the little engine? There it is. This one has 345 in a vacuum. Okay, so that one has better in a vacuum than what we've currently got. And we don't have appropriately sized tanks for that. Should we try this? We could strap some boosters to the side of this thing to kickstart us. Let's try this and see if it works, and then if it doesn't work, we'll roll back again and we'll try again. falling over immediately. We do have our passengers, right? We do. Launch. Falling over immediately. Revert flight. Revert to launch. Just wait for it. Let's just make it go. Probably going too fast here. Definitely going too fast. We've induced a wobble. We seem to have cleared our first level of atmosphere. Let's see if we can do anything here. Really like to get some thrust over this way. Our apoapsis is out of the atmosphere. Let's get a little closer to it if we're gonna get an orbit here. I think it might be possible. We're mostly out of the atmosphere. Don't really want to raise our apoapsis anymore. Okay, our thrust to weight ratio is like hot trash here, but we have a lot of delta V left. We just don't have quite the orbital velocity we need yet. We are past our apoapsis. I'm not not sure we're gonna make it. Wait for 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 it. We've got suborbital. Okay, we have orbital. So now the question is, with 182 meters per second delta V, is that gonna be enough to get us back in? So we got to get back to our apoapsis here. Once we're at the apoapsis, we will burn all of our remaining delta V retrograde and hope we can make it back. It was a pretty bad, like, orbital whatever. Okay, retrograde and max throttle. That should do it. Let's just turn to the side and we'll just ditch that thing and we'll face retrograde. Okay. Now we just gotta bring her back in. Okay. We're traveling quite quick. Here we go. Oh, okay, something was overheating. It stopped overheating. I heard something explode. Oh, that was probably the engine section just burning up. We are still going quite fast. Oh, but we're slowing down now. Okay, I can just turn off the SAS now. And once we get at low enough altitude here and slow enough, I will deploy the parachutes. We're over some mountains. Maybe I'll do a crew report here and see if we've been here before. We're about 5,000. Let's go ahead and deploy those. Okay. Now we just gotta hit the ground. And then I think we will move on from Kerbal for a while. I'm hoping Bobby's gonna be on soon and we can do some Factorio. But hopefully we don't roll down this hill. I'm gonna turn the SAS on just in case. Okay, halt. There we go. I'm just gonna let's do a crew report. Okay, yeah, we haven't been here before. Cool. Recover. We should have completed our... We did. Excellent. We got all of 4 science for that. Or not even, really. No XP gained, huh? What do we got now? Anything? Position a satellite. I actually want to do this. Getting these specific things is not going to be easy for us right now, though. We've already upgraded that, so we mostly just need science, I think. We don't necessarily need this stuff yet. But we do probably want this. So we need quite a bit of science. We can probably get a satellite into a polar orbit, a mapping satellite, to get us some more science, but I think that is going to be it for Kerbal. I'm not sure. I think we might play some Slay the Spire. I'm not really feeling like Elite Dangerous tonight, so thanks for watching Kerbal, and I'm going to switch over to Slay the Spire.